Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty bunch of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged skies, and up a cloudy draw. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Brands were still on fire and their hoofs were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky. He saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yay, ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught 'em yet. 'Cause you gotta ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire, as they ride on, hear the cry. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. As the riders went on by him, he heard one call his name. Yippee-yi-yay. If you want to save your soul from ever riding on our range, then cowboy, change your way today, or with it you will ride, trying to catch the devil's hood across the endless skies. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders in the sky. To the town of our free rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona, ranger wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped, and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron, when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
Circle A, spread out wide, grab your partner, go hog wild.
Big balls in Cowtown, we'll all go down. Big balls in Cowtown, we'll dance around. Working on the railroad, sleeping on the ground. Eating saltine crackers, 10 cents a pound. Big balls in Cowtown, we'll all go down. Big balls in Cowtown, we'll dance around.
Oh, Brother Leon, look out there, what you doing? You got a crippled knee, you know you can't dance like that. Right.
Put on your new shoes, put on your gown. Shake off them sack blues, the big balls in town. Big balls in Cowtown, we'll all go down. Big balls in Cowtown, we'll dance around.
Oh, women in children hollering, Willie, Willie. I think he will. Yeah. Oh, boy.
I'll stay in Cowtown, I'll stick around. Hold up your window, the big balls in town. Big balls in Cowtown, we'll all go down. Big balls in Cowtown, we'll dance around.
Oh, no. So you're gonna try to pull across that mud hole, huh? Been stuck in that same hole 1,000 times, you can't make it. Oh, let's go to dance, right?
Blackjack was a mule, worked
in the syndicate mine since the age of 2. Worked in the syndicate mine, straining hard, shoulder and back. Hoof beats echo like a thunderclap, pulling them ore carts up the track. Working in the syndicate mine, yeah, working in the syndicate mine. Every year the same, never see the light of day. Rich in collar and hain, never see the light of day. Straight ahead and neither left or right, candle burning on an iron spike through the glitter in a rock dust night. Working in the syndicate mine, yeah, working in the syndicate mine. Oh, pulling through the darkness where the drifts run endlessly. Oh, pulling through the darkness, better than you and me. At the bottom of the world, his coat was white as snow. He worked in the syndicate mine. All he'd ever know was working in the syndicate mine. Hear the gang boss holler and rage, can't remember the smell of sage, pulling that ore to the hoisting cage. Working in the syndicate mine, hey, working in the syndicate mine. Oh, pulling through the darkness where the drifts run endlessly. Oh, pulling through the darkness, better than you than me. At the bottom of the world, old Blackjack was a mule. Worked in the syndicate mine since the age of 2. Worked in the syndicate mine, straining hard, shoulder and back. Hoof beats echo like a thunderclap, pulling them ore carts up the track. Working in the syndicate mine, hey, working in the syndicate mine. I'm working in the syndicate mine, hey! My father stood about 6'4". His hands were square and round. He got in a fight in a bar one night and the police shut him down. My mom was gaunt and hollow-eyed, as tough as you ever saw. She raised her crop of scrawny kids 40 miles from the law. I am a child of the desert, I am a son of wind and sand. I am a child of the desert, living in a hungry land, living in a hungry land. It takes 100 acres here to feed one hungry steer. They live on rocks and creosote bush, as wild as any deer. And the wind, it howls like a gut-shot wolf, with mournful things to tell. My water comes from a sulfur spring, my horses come from hell. I am a child of the desert, I am a son of wind and sand. I am a child of the desert, living a hungry land, living in a hungry land. Out on the desert floor, there's bones on the mountainside, and buzzards circle overhead. They'll watch me as I ride. There's trains down in Mojave town, there's airplanes in the sky, and they'll take me off of this desert land after they watch me die. Child of the desert, I am a son of wind and sand. I am a child of the desert, living in a hungry land, living in a hungry land. I am a child of the desert, I am a son of wind and sand. I am a child of the desert, living in a hungry land, living in a hungry land.
There's a great American hero we all look up to. When the times are hard and chips are down, he knows just what to do. Now a cowboy's got a set of rules that he lives by day to day. And if you ask for his advice, he'll more than likely say, if it's a fence, mend it. If it's a dollar bill, spend it. Before it burns a hole down in them jeans. If it's a load, truck it. If it's a punch, duck it. If she's a lady, treat her like a queen. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. It's in the way he lives his life and the songs he sings. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. He's got a simple solution for just about anything. If it's a job, do it. Put your back into it. 'Cause a little bit of dirt's gonna wash off in the rain. If it's a horse, ride it. If it hurts, hide it. Dust yourself off, get back on again. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. It's in the way he lives his life and the songs he sings. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. He's got a simple solution for just about anything. An old cowboy and a young buckaroo were working, riding fence. The old hand was testing the kid on his skills and his common sense. He said, son, if you seen three men in a pickup dressed alike from boots to hat, could you tell which one was the real cowboy just from where he sat? Well, the kid scratched his head a while and then he said, well, there just ain't no way to know. The old hand grinned and then he said, kid, you still got a ways to go. The real cowboy's the one in the middle. He ain't there just by fate. 'Cause first, he don't have to drive, and then he don't have to mess with the gate. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. It's in the way he lives his life and the songs he sings. That's cowboy logic. Every cowboy's got it. He's got a simple solution for just about anything. He's got a simple solution for just about anything. You ought to see my blue-eyed Sally. She lives way down on Shinbone Alley. The number on the gate is the number on the door, and the next house over is a grocery store. Stay all night, stay a little longer, dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off your coat, throw it in the corner. I don't see why I don't stay a little longer.
Oh, Brother Al Strickland now.
You can't go home if you're going by the mill, 'cause the bridge washed out at the bottom of the hill. The big creek's up and the little creek's level. I plow my corn with a double shovel. Stay all night, stay a little longer, dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off your coat, throw it in the corner. I don't see why I don't stay a little longer.
Oh, now.
Sitting in the window singing to my love. The slop bucket fell from the window up above the mule, and the grasshopper eating ice cream. The mule got sick and they laid him on the beam. Stay all night, stay a little longer, dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off your coat, roll it in the corner. I don't see why I don't stay a little longer. Grab your gal and pat her on the head. If she don't like biscuits, feed her cornbread. The gal's on the big creek about half grown. Jump on the man like a dog on the bone. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off your coat, roll it in the corner. I don't see why I don't stay a little longer. Stay all night, stay a little longer. Dance all night, dance a little longer. Pull off your coat, throw it in the corner. I don't see why I don't stay a little longer.
When I was but a young man, I was wild and full of fire. A youth within my teens, but full of challenge and desire. I ran away from home and left my mother and my dad. I know it grieved them so to think their only boy was bad. I fell in with an outlaw band, their names were known quite well. How many times we robbed and plundered I could never tell. This kind of sinful living leads only to a fall. I learned that much and more the night I heard my master call. One night we rustled cattle, 1,000 head or so, and started them out on the trail that leads to Mexico. But a norther started blowing and lightning flashed about. I thought someone was calling me, I thought I heard a shout. Then at that moment lightning struck not 20 yards from me, and left there was a giant cross where once there was a tree. And this time I knew I heard a voice so sweet and strange, a voice that came from everywhere, a voice that called my name. So frightened I was thinking of sinful deeds I'd done, I failed to see the 1,000 head of cattle start to run. The cattle they stampeded were running all around. My pony ran but stumbled, and it threw me to the ground. I felt the end was near, that death would be the price, when a mighty bolt of lightning showed the face of Jesus Christ. And I cried, oh Lord, forgive me, don't let it happen now. I want to live for you alone, oh God, these words I vow. My wicked past unfolded, I thought of wasted years, when another bolt of lightning killed 100 head of steers, and the others rushed on by me, and I was left to live. The master had a reason, life is his to take or give. A miracle performed that night, I wasn't meant to die. The dead ones formed a barricade, at least 6 or 7 high. Right behind it there was I, afraid but safe and sound. I cried and begged for mercy, kneeling there upon the ground. A pardon I was granted, my sinful soul set free. No more to fear the angry waves upon life's stormy sea. Forgiven by the love of God, a love that will remain. I gave my life and soul the night the Savior called my name.